I being detained or anything like that? I'm being investigated. I'm being detained?
Yes.
Okay. I plead the fifth then.
So what's
For
going
what?
on?
We had a board meeting.
So you know
He came up and was very threatening
my name is
to
Joe. That's all you need.
our attorney,
You don't need that. Joe, good
and
citizen.
to me, and to Mr. Gleason.
Okay,
We're all on the board.
contact, I can walk away. If it's not a consensual, what am I being
he's just
detained for,
threatening
sir?
in people's face. And
Investigating
I walked out to my truck. He followed
disorderly
me.
conduct? That is not enough.
This is a school board meeting, and this is not appropriate behavior.
I'm choosing to remain silent until you show what crime I have committed. No, sir.
So
I'm here addressing
in people's faces
and grieving with my government. That's
Yeah,
all it is.
and putting his phone in our face.
I have a purpose, sir.
And this was a school board meeting, you said?
Yes,
Okay, so was it open
I'm the
to
chairman of the Board of Education.
So was it open to the public?
No, it was closed session. It was open, we went and closed, then we came out and opened and adjourned the meeting. That's when he
Also, I
came
hope
in
your body
after that.
camera is recording. I will be for you requesting that.
Alright, so here's the thing. So I can tell you this. This is what they're trying to gain out of this. Okay, so they're trying to raise us and the school board into
An altercation.
an altercation.
I know that.
That's what's going on. So I think for all parties involved, probably just ask them to leave. Probably ask them to leave, and then we go from there. Okay.
Yeah, we don't need him coming back acting like that either.
Okay. All right. You
Whatever paperwork we need, he doesn't need. And you know, listen, we're non-threatening. It's very disturbing.
Right. Nope. I understand that. So, that's what we'll do, and we'll go from there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I gave you an opportunity,
All right, sir.
didn't I? Okay.
All right, sir. I'm Deputy Burt of the Sheriff's Office, and all visually recorded. Okay. My ID number is 6509.
Thank
All
you
right?
for being polite.
From right now, okay. But we're asking is for you to leave. Okay. That's all we need. Okay.
And why is that?
Because one, they're about to close the building, and then two, they're asking you to leave.
Who?
The school board themselves, they're asking you to leave.
Does the school board manage this? Is he the manager? He's the.
Yes.
He is not in control.
At this current time, he is the facilitator of this building.
He's the facilitator of this building.
Correct. He is
Okay.
the manager. He is
Also,
what's going on.
so now if you do that, I would like to talk to you outside of the grounds, if that's okay. If you're asking me to leave this property, if you're ordering me to leave this property under threat of arrest, I will leave this property.
I'm asking you to leave my stand. I'm trying to be.
No, I'm asking you again. Are you putting me under threat of arrest if I do not leave this property from addressing my grievances with my government?
Did I say that? I didn't say that I was going to.
So I can stand right here then.
Well, they're about to close, and then you're not going to be able to address anything because they're going to leave.
Okay. Once again, I can leave on my own time. If you're ordering me to leave under threat of arrest, I will get in my car and leave. If not, I'm going to stay here and continue to address my government.
Okay. So from there, okay, if they ask you to leave, them being the facilitators of this building, they're about to close. Okay, if they ask you to leave, you need to leave. Okay?
So, are they
Hold on,
closed?
Let me speak real quick. Okay, whatever altercation occurred in here, that's fine. Okay, if it's you're yelling and stuff like that, I understand you're upset. I get it. Okay, I don't know what it's about. It's none of my business to know what it's about. All right, but if you're acting disorderly, they have the right to ask you to leave.
Did you witness me acting disorderly, sir?
No, but in
Okay,
Maryland,
and
I
in
can
that
charge
turn-
people for disorderly conduct after the fact.
In
if you
that
really wanna
sense,
do that.
if you're going to charge me with
Did I
disorderly
say I was?
conduct,
Did I say I was?
you just threatened me with
No,
that.
I did not. I said
Okay.
in Maryland, you can charge somebody for a crime after the fact.
Okay, I'm going to ask you now, supervisor. I need to speak to your supervisor immediately.
Well, that's not going to happen
We
tonight.
need to listen to her.
You got to do what you got to do then. Once again, if you ask me to leave under threat of arrest, I will leave.
Okay, well, if you're going to keep continuing the scene, then yes.
You're going to arrest me?
If you don't leave and you keep continuing to act in the disorderly
You will
manner,
arrest me.
If you do not leave, we're asking you nicely to leave.
Okay, once again, these wording. If I do not leave, will you arrest me?
Okay, well, why are we trying to come to that? Why can't we just separate ourselves from this?
Can anybody else understand the question that I'm presenting to him?
Because what it feels like is you're just banning one person.
That's
Instead
it.
of disbanding the situation.
You
Are
have
you guys
several
closing?
witnesses,
Are you
sir.
guys closing the?
Sir, you
building?
have several witnesses out here.
Okay, and you guys
I'm assuming so. I mean, there still may be a few employees, but we've ended our meeting.
Okay, are you guys closing the building?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, they're leaving as well. They're leaving as well.
You still didn't answer my question. You're only coming to me one way, and right now,
How am I coming to you any kind of way?
listen,
Have I
sir.
raised my
I
voice?
asked for your supervisor several times now. You refuse to bring it. Okay?
Well, I didn't refuse.
Is
We
it-
don't have a supervisor right now. I'm the highest ranking deputy that's on.
Well, you
shift.
better call the sheriff. I would call the sheriff if I was you. Step aside, call the sheriff, do what you have to do. Matter of fact, if you were doing a proper investigation, you would ask the other witnesses out here to speak to you as well. There's a witness standing over there. There's a witness sitting in the car. You haven't spoke to anybody but the complainant.
You're speaking to them as well.
Well, go, y'all team up, and y'all see what's going on. There's also a neutral subject right here. All of these people witnesses, sir. I asked you, instead of you confronting me and coming at me, do your investigation properly and see what actually happened.
Okay. Sir, what time did this all start happening?
It was approximately, what, 7:30? What time is it now? Yeah, it's probably been going on for half an hour.
Okay. Half an hour.
Yeah. I mean,
Do you guys have CCTV footage in here?
absolutely.
We'll take a look at the security cameras.
He was in our attorney's face. She's a lady,
Okay.
and you know, now I don't mind people expressing their, but I mean, he was very threatening.
Yeah.
Probably have to. Probably, I think they shut it down after 6. I can't get in when even the key on. I don't know if anybody's in there or not.
Is the room recorded?
Huh?
Is the room recorded?
We cut it. Yeah. Well, we
cut.
we cut it on and open, and then cut it off after we closed the meeting. So I doubt
Is any
it.
of this caught on camera, do we know?
I don't believe so. I believe the camera was cut. I did look up and see,
Yeah.
and it was cut by them. Just for clarity, per the superintendent's contract, the evaluation, the yearly evaluation of her performance must be done in closed, and that's what this meeting was for. So there may be a misunderstanding with the community members that showed up, but this was only to be confidential and closed per her contract. Stipulates that we must do it in closed, and that's all we were here doing. So this wasn't a typical open session. It was an
Is it
executive
about
session.
somebody's employment status?
It was just in the superintendent's contract. It stipulates that there is a yearly evaluation to be done, and that yearly evaluation is to be confidential and in closed session.
We can't even do it in front of the superintendent.
So we aren't allowed by her contract, to do that in front of her and in open session. So we have to do it in closed session away from the public, and so that's what we're doing here today. Per the rules, we have to start in open session. We have to announce the meeting, which it was put on the website. We have to start in open, convene in closed. Everybody has to leave. We have our meeting. We have to come back into open to close the open session. That's just the rules that we have to follow.
Yeah, the open meeting.
So there may be a misconception that we're doing something else or that we're doing something secretive. No. It's by stipulation of her contract that we have to keep that yearly evaluation confidential. So that's the unfortunate piece of information about all of this.
So,
I just don't want no problems.
so here's what I can tell you. I mean, obviously, Somerset County, we don't deal with this a whole lot, right? But I can tell you one thing: if whoever is here leaves, the problems are going to solve themselves. The reason being is because he's not going to have anybody to have the fool in front of the camera about it. So, if the people, I don't know how many people are left in here.
ironically, it was only us 5 in the meeting. When we opened it back up, probably 40 or 50 people came out. And you could hear them out in the hall. They were loud. I understand. I mean, they waited for 2 hours, I guess. I don't know why they did that, but, you know, we can't control. We couldn't even do anything like let them speak and all that, because once we close the open session, we're in a quorum and we have to separate. We can't discuss things, you know, if it's more than 3, it's quorum.
So that's what I would suggest. Is just,
Yeah,
I would just
I'm sorry to bring y'all into this, but I just tried to walk away and he kept following me and getting in my face, and, you know, calling me, nobody's scared of you, and I don't know, something might be wrong.
Well, what they're trying to do is they're trying to bring you in, and so confrontation happens, and they can try to go after somebody civil. That's what it is. I'm sure you've seen people all the time, like on the internet, whatever it is. So that's what I would say is if we can disperse ourselves.
Well, I'll disperse now.
I'm not like I said, like I'm not like I asked him to leave, and it's a slippery slope on where like public property and stuff like that. Because I mean, if we were here and he was acting disorderly in our presence, that'd be something different.
I mean, you don't want to wait till somebody gets clocked or something.
100% correct.
Before you know what I mean? I mean, me, I'm not worried. I mean, you know, if he tries it, he tries it. I mean, you know, I don't want somebody else to do it.
The individuals that do this sort of thing, what they're looking for is to
Somebody may try to
be famous, bait you into something, and try to do a stupid thing. So that's what I think. If we do all that, if we can leave, then we'll be good to go. Okay.
I would think the next meeting we'll probably need that. I'll talk to the sheriff about security, because this is ridiculous.
Right.
Especially when you threaten a female attorney.
If you want, make sure you can pull out and everything like that.
Yep.
My car's down there. I'm
Which
gonna go down.
vehicle are you in?
It's the one down there.
You can't.
Okay.
This guy right here, he wants to take, and this guy, they want to take our books out of the school.
Yeah.
They want to take black books out of the school. We have a problem with that. They want to take our librarians away. We have a problem with that.
You know, I have a problem.
Now that everything is resolved, all of us out here getting wet, soaked, I can give you my information, but I look forward to you guys following up and explaining to me what you're going to do about this false statement. What you're going to do about this.
Right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the security cameras. Okay, that building is obviously they have security cameras, right?
Well, what about inside the building?
Hold on,
Because
please.
this started in the building.
They have cameras inside the building.
Yeah, I heard that.
Alright, so we're gonna look at the security cameras and we're gonna evaluate what's going on. Okay?
You have the right names
From
and
there,
work in the right building.
if we find any kind of violation of law, then we'll go forward on that. If not, then you know, there's not going to be any kind of charges or anything like that.
Okay, and a false report is considered a violation of the law, correct?
Correct.
If he called y'all under false pretenses and said that he felt threatened and that I was going to harm him and you guys came rushing over here, if he lied, you guys will address that problem?
Correct, but here's the thing that I'm going to say, the caveat to that. Okay, your feeling of being threatened, my feeling of being threatened, and somebody else feeling of being threatened might be different, correct? I'm just saying, correct? You could have done things that I've never done. I could have done things that he's never done. We could have had different
If being a big black bearded man scaring somebody that's under daggone public office, bro, we got more things to worry about than that. And that's all I did. And there's several witnesses. There's 30, 40 people who witnessed everything that happened. Okay?
Right.
So
I'm not discounting any of that. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not discounting any of that. But what I'm saying is, if someone were to feel threatened and say we charge him for the false report, right? Let's say we go down that path, okay? And then he comes to court and was like, well, I feel threatened, you know, then if he felt threatened, me and you can't gauge that kind of thing, you know what I mean? If he says he felt threatened, right? I mean,
a person who felt threatened and stood right there and didn't get in his car, if he felt threatened, he would have got in his car, hopped in that car, and took off. If I was scared of something, I'm not going to stand around and talk to the person and say on the phone,
correct.
I feel threatened because this guy's standing right here. I'm scared. I'm scared he's going to beat my arm. Hey, man, I got to go.
you're gonna hop out.
So these are the signs. So all the evidence point that he was lying.
Right. So, but what I'm saying is, because in court of law, what does it take to convict somebody beyond a reasonable doubt, right?
Well, we got
So if
witnesses.
somebody-
We got everything here.
Right. But what I'm saying is, if there's any kind of reasonable doubt, okay, it's not going to be a conviction. Is what I'm saying. Okay. So that's what I'm trying to like convey to you is that me and you might not feel threatened, but whatever happened here, okay, before that, he could have been like, "Oh my gosh, what's going on?" like that.
So I understand. You gotta mend the fence, okay?
Right.
And you gotta do what you gotta do. Now, let's hit a couple points, and then we all of us can get out of the rain, okay? I'm gonna be real with you guys. You guys came up wrong. That's a bad approach, okay? And I'm sure you're gonna do my research. My name is Joe Hilton, Hylton. So I'm sure when you get in, you're gonna address your sergeant, your lieutenant, whoever, and they're gonna tell you who I am, okay? Now, I'm a pillar in this community. I believe in my community, and I wanna change things in my community. And the biggest thing is the school system, our law enforcement, and everything else. So I'm gonna ask you as a man, and you as a man, when you approach a situation like that next time, don't come at that person like that. Address the situation accordingly. Do what you're supposed to do. Figure out before you start targeting and threatening and throwing idle threats what you have to do, because we have to change this community. I love this community. I want to stay here, but I will not work with people like this who threaten me, arrest, all kinds of stuff. I won't do it, man. We got to be better than that.
Right.
And I expect that
And
you
so-
will. So we're going to shake hands,
And so,
okay? And I expect to hear from
here's-
you guys.
and yeah, right, correct. And here's the thing, though, Mr. Hilton, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay, like there wasn't what I said was from in Maryland. You can charge someone after the fact. Was not a threat of arrest. I'm
not talking about that. I'm talking about when you told me that I had to leave.
I asked you to leave. I said, "Sir, can you?"
And
please
I
leave?"
asked you if I was being detained. You said no. He asked me for my ID. That should not be your first course of action. We got to work together and figure out what's going on. If it comes down to me having to identify or show you my ID, I don't mind. But if I haven't broken any laws, I'm not showing you my ID. That's an invasion of my privacy. This is something I'm choosing to do by giving you my name. You guys got to learn your laws and stop disrespecting our community by automatically asking for ID. You can't do that. My mom was a police officer for 20 years. I love law enforcement, man.
And listen to this.
But
right?
that's not the approach.
I get that, but listen, okay? All right. We can ask people for consent to search. We can ask people for consent.
And
for
I can say no.
Correct.
Okay?
It's all good.
But it's not all good. Your approach in the beginning was all wrong, and that's all I'm telling you guys. It's nothing you can say. Only thing I want you to do is think about your approach and how you started it and how you went after me instead of the real culprit who was lying to you. You had the devil right there lying to you, and you were about to lock up an angel. You see what I'm saying? The devil whispers in your ear. He pulled you aside and he told you some lies. He's supposed to show you a video. He never did. I need for you to fix this. Okay? That's all I'm asking. Okay?
All right, Mr.
All right?
Yep.
I wish we could have had a better interaction, and I look forward to more. Okay? Way better than